Next, we have Alex Baumhart.
Hey y'all, Alex from the Oregon Capitol Chronicle, excuse me. Um, I'm wondering, Mayor Wilson, you might be the best to answer this. Last night, the federal agents at the ICE facility pushed way further into the city property than they had before. They used way more chemical munitions, arguably on far fewer people than had been there even a week ago. Um, it was dispiriting to hear the Portland Police Bureau on bikes around the corner say, we can't do anything. Um, and that we had a PIO at PPB say we have not discussed jurisdiction with the federal officers, i.e., why did they do nothing when the feds pushed a full block down the street? Is there anything that you can tell the public about what PPB can and cannot do when it comes to public safety, especially when they're being antagonized by federal officers with chemical munitions and guns?
Yeah, we saw events last night that went far beyond the pale of what we've seen in the past. We see Federal Protective Service that's really trying to inflame the situation, not put it down, and certainly not just protect property. A couple of things. We saw unjustified uses of force. We saw shoving peaceful veterans and elderly people to the ground, indiscriminate use of impact munitions to disperse an otherwise peaceful crowd, indiscriminately discharging pepper spray. We saw a sniper on the roof of the ICE facility. This is not what we typically look at in crowd control or peaceful protests. This is an aggressive approach trying to inflame a situation that has otherwise been peaceful. As far as tactics and our processes, those things I just read to you are items that we're lodging with the Civil Rights Department for the Department of Justice. We are reaching out to them, explaining to them we need them to follow their code of conduct, including integrity and honor. And we're expecting them to operate with a high degree of standards and operations that our Portland Police Bureau has and will continue to do. As far as direct control over that, we don't have direct control over the FPS, but we can explain that we need them to operate with the same sort of high performing organization that we're trying to show to the city as well.
And Alex, I would just add, I would like they would follow state law. We've worked really hard in the state of Oregon from 2020 on to have better crowd control techniques. There are clear laws of when you can be using tear gas, for example. We're not following any of those. We're also hearing that they're having social media influencers on the rooftop filming. They are clearly trying to antagonize the crowds. They are antagonizing folks who are there to lawfully demonstrate, and that's got to stop. I think they're creating a public health emergency with the use of the tear gas near residential areas, completely outside of state law. And I appreciate that the mayor is going to pursue whatever avenues we have for them to, get back in line with what is practice here in the state of Oregon.
So we can expect a civil rights lawsuit against the federal police, DHS, and ICE for what they've done.
I wouldn't say you can expect it, but we are certainly sending them notices to what we're seeing. The key point here and the point I spoke to the chief and several other individuals in a meeting today is that criminal activity is criminal activity. Excessive force, no matter who you are, nobody's immune. The Portland Police is not immune. The Federal Protective Services, ATF, Customs Border Patrol. If we see the law being broken, we're going to lodge the complaint. And if a complaint and or somebody does file it, we will support that. There's no one immune, and I just want to make sure that the federal government knows that they are not immune from the criminal laws. Nobody's above the law.